What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Golf Simulator Videos. We're at the 2025 PGA show, and we're at the UNEEKOR booth, and we're actually looking at an all-new ceiling-mounted golf launch monitor from UNEEKOR. This is the UNEEKOR XR, is that correct?
That is correct.
I'm here with Norbert, and we're going to talk about it. So first, just tell me, what is this unit bringing to the table that the IXO or IXO2 doesn't already accomplish? I mean, I'm assuming it looks like it's dual camera and it's infrared based?
Yes, that's correct.
So tell me a little bit about it.
Yeah, absolutely. I would be happy to. The IXR, R stands for rear, is our very latest technology, second hardware generation hardware from UNEEKOR that we're featuring for the very first time. And the big difference is that now you can get club data without the need to sticker your clubs. And the way we achieve that is that we don't take guesses of what the club is doing to gather data such as club swing speed and so on. We have particularly gone in to analyze hundreds of thousands, millions of data of how the ball strikes and comes into contact with the club to actually detect the shape of each and individual clubs to measure all of that data instead of taking a guess.
That's pretty fascinating. I know we were chatting really quick there. Yeah, it sounds like they'll take like that measurement of like the toe and the heel and the shape of the club, and you're getting path, you're getting face angle, you're getting club speed,
yes.
Right? Obviously, it'd be probably impossible to get like angle of attack, so no angle of attack, no dynamic loft, but right. All the ball data is measured, and yes. That's measured not with no markings or anything on the balls, right?
Yes, you can use any ball that you want. It will detect the dimples of any ball and use that to measure all of the ball data. We gather up to 19 points of ball and club data. And we believe that is going to be a really big thing for people who want to use different clubs or invite friends over and have them use a club without having to take the time and the hassle of stickering everything up.
Yeah, no, it's quite fascinating. I noticed it's pretty small. So do you have like kind of a rough dimension of how big that is?
The dimensions is something that we're going to release very soon as we near launch.
But let's call it, it's almost like less than 2 feet long, it looks like, and I don't know, 4 inches by 4 inches. I mean, that's significantly smaller, I guess, if you want to say that overall footprint, which is pretty cool, easy to mount.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's one of the things that we wanted to focus on. So in terms of the form factor, this is, if you're familiar with the XO, definitely smaller than that.
It is,
and one of the things that we wanted to make sure is that one of the reasons why people really love the overhead is that it's really flush and seamless. We wanted to really go extra in that regards. And of course, as you mentioned, installation. That's one of the pain points that we see a lot of people mention as they try to mount something up in the ceiling. This can be basically operated one-handed, if you will.
And it does need a power supply and Ethernet cable, is that correct?
That is correct. So in terms of I/O, it has power connection and an Ethernet cable connection. So you definitely want to have that as you use this.
And I'm sure everyone's going to ask, how far behind the hitting area does it sit? It looks like it's about 2 or 3 feet.
Yeah, it is about 2 or 3 feet, but you can also adjust the angle of it depending on how your ceiling situation is.
Oh,
so
nice.
It gives a little bit of flexibility for you
great.
In terms of your installation area.
And do you know the hitting size offhand, the hitting area?
The hitting area size is exactly as you see in the green area right here. It is comparable to the XO today.
Okay, yeah. Well, that looks like XO2 size.
Yeah. Oh, actually, you're correct. Yeah, the XO, this is size for the XO2, so probably it's a little bit slimmer.
Okay, all right. I just wanted to make sure. I was like, man, that's a huge hitting area, but still, okay. So comparable to XO, so that's easy enough, which is a good enough size. If someone's doing like offset right and left-handed, might not be a unit for them. They might want to look at IXO2 and see if that fits for them. But and then the other thing, I was chatting with some of the guys. And this is something that really kind of got pushed off the side. Some people didn't realize, at least in North America, but overseas, they were using the QED a lot in commercial spaces, like out at ranges.
Right.
And this unit will kind of fit that space if people are looking to add this into like a covered range outside. So it needs to be covered, though.
Yeah, it definitely needs to be covered. It's not an outdoor unit or weatherproof by any means.
Yeah.
So it is meant to be used indoors.
Yeah. And if you don't mind, I'm just going to grab my camera and I'm going to hit record. And if you could just kind of show me what we're looking at over here, because I'm sure everyone's going to want to see see the club path and the impact image. So we're definitely getting a different view, no pun intended there, from what we were seeing on like the IXO or IXO2. So it's more of like an overhead view, huh?
Yeah, this is definitely an overhead view. You can see that it is slightly different from the XO and XO2, which is front mounted. So you see a little bit more of the back of the club. But in terms of where you hit the ball, and I'm going to ask Tatsuro to take a hit here so we can see it in action.
It's a very unique view.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it looks like. So in terms of getting the benefit of where the ball striking happens on your club face, this is exactly the view that you get.
Yeah, I'm just going to give everybody kind of a quick look there. So, I mean, you have all your standard data you're seeing there, launch angle, backspin, obviously attack angle, like I mentioned, that's not going to be able to be captured from that, rear of the unit. But you have face angle and club path and side angle. You have your side spin. And then, I've shown this in the channel. I encourage everybody to watch my video on this. But this is AI Trainer, correct?
This is AI Trainer. And AI Trainer is going to be officially released starting April 1st.
Awesome.
And we have done a ton of work during the beta phase of AI Trainer to gather more data, to have more pattern recognition in how the AI recognizes your swing, your movement, and everything.
That makes sense.
So in terms of accuracy and feedback, it is at another level than before.
Just give them kind of a quick zoom in there. And then if you don't mind, I'm just going to show the screen really quick here. This looks fresh to me. I mean, what do we have? We have a new update to View coming? Yeah,
definitely. So we're going back to update the cosmetic UI, but also the user experience of View.
Okay.
So you're currently seeing the version that we're going to release very, very soon, sometime in February. It, all in all, gives an updated view of the favorite software that everybody uses with UNEEKOR.
Okay. I mean, I think that covers everything. This is very exciting. Did I talk about price? I think that you said it was coming in at $69.99. Is that correct?
That's correct, yes.
Yeah. So I think that hits a sweet spot too. I mean, you're getting a lot of data, a lot of capabilities. It connects, obviously. I always, tell everyone it's impressive when you go with a UNEEKOR launch monitor, that ecosystem you enter, the View software. I mean, it's powerful. It can be as simple as you want. You don't even have to have full golf simulation software. You can just be hitting on a range and having data, which I actually know quite a few people that do that. Or if you want to go knee deep, balance mat, cameras, I mean, everything else. So
absolutely, you're correct. We really concentrate on making a whole ecosystem around UNEEKOR. So all of the devices and the hardware, but also software that you mentioned, are going to be key in complementing the overall UNEEKOR experience. And it's not something that you have to purchase from the get-go, right?
Yeah.
You can continue to add in things. You mentioned the price point of $69.99. So that is a price point we purposely and strategically wanted to key in on, because we wanted to make our hardware more accessible for people, especially for people who are considering an overhead or upgrading to our overhead solution. So awesome. UNEEKOR is all about pushing the boundaries in terms of accessibility for everyone.
Very good stuff. Well, thank you for your time. Very exciting. Guys, stay tuned. We're at the 2025 PGA show. We'll have a lot more coming soon.